Welcome back, everyone, and I hope you guys had a fantastic week, because today we've got something interesting on the table. As for me, what I have here is an orchid that's in a healthy stage of transition and rest. The first image shows these strong, deep green leaves, which tells us the plant's got solid fundamentals and is taking up nutrients like a champ. But you'll also notice this dusty, silvery residue on the surface. And that's something we definitely need to clean off so the plant can photosynthesize at full power. Now, if we look over here, you can see the flower spike is completely wilted and brown, and that tells us the orchid has finished its blooming cycle. This is totally normal and actually a good sign. It means the plant is shifting from showtime mode into recovery and recharge mode. Because this rest period is where it quietly rebuilds energy, focuses on root growth, and prepares itself for the next round of blooms. What we want to do first is remove the plant from its old pot, and once you pull it out, you can immediately see the substrate is holding onto the roots like a koala on a tree. It's wrapped in there tight. That's exactly why we need to loosen it up a little. We're not going to yank it apart or start tearing chunks off like we're mad at it. Just gently work the old medium free so the orchid can actually breathe again. Because when the mix gets this compacted, the roots lose airflow, moisture gets stuck in weird places, and the plant ends up living in that uncomfortable too tight gene situation. Not fun for anyone. So take your time, massage the roots a bit, shake out the bigger pieces, and let the plant relax. The goal isn't to make it perfectly clean, just to open things up so it transitions smoothly into its new pot without stress. Now, with a clean shear or a sharp scissor, we're going to go in and make a few precise cuts on the roots that just aren't doing their job anymore. These are the soft, mushy, hollow, or dark-looking ones. The parts that can't transport nutrients or water back to the plant. Think of them like expired batteries. They're still sitting there, but they don't power anything. And if we leave them attached, they can actually cause more harm than good by trapping moisture and inviting rot. So we want to trim those sections off, gently, carefully, no rushing. Every cut should be intentional. This isn't about chopping half the root system. It's about cleaning up the parts that are already gone. Because once those unhealthy sections are removed, the plant doesn't have to waste energy trying to maintain them. All that effort goes straight into the healthy roots, which means stronger growth, better absorption, and a smoother recovery after repotting. And hey, we want our orchid to focus on the future, not drag around a bunch of dead weight, right? Everyone deserves a nice wash, even plants, right? So go ahead and grab yourself a gentle water spray, because we're going to give this orchid a little cleanup session. A soft mist is all you need, nothing high pressure, nothing that's going to blast the poor thing across the room. Just a light spray to rinse off any leftover dust, old substrate, or little debris stuck between the roots. This helps remove anything that could cause irritation later, and it gives you a clearer look at the root system as a whole. Plus, a clean plant is a happy plant, and you'll notice how much fresher it looks right away. Once you're done, set it aside to let the plant dry naturally, or if you're in a bit of a hurry, you can use a clean towel to gently pat it down. Nothing rough, just soft dabs to speed up the process. Let the moisture settle, let the roots breathe, and give the plant a moment before we move on to the next step. If you ever drink coffee, I hope you don't toss out those used coffee grounds, because we're about to give them a second life today. Coffee grounds contain a gentle mix of organic acids, trace minerals, and beneficial compounds, all of which can be turned into a light nutrient solution for orchids. So go ahead and add a teaspoon of used coffee grounds into a clean container, nothing fancy. Then fill it up with hot water, not boiling lava water, just comfortably hot. And give the mixture a gentle stir. No aggressive whisking. We're not making cappuccino foam here. Once everything's mixed, close the lid and wrap the container in a towel to help it hold that warmth. Think of it like tucking it into a cozy little blanket. We're going to set it aside for a bit while we prepare the other ingredients, letting the mixture steep and release all those mild nutrients in the water. Next, we're going to bring in a banana for this solution. Now, don't worry, we're not making a smoothie for the plant. We only need the peel. So go ahead and peel off the skin, because that's where all the useful nutrients are hiding. And as for the banana itself, hey, treat yourself. It's a light snack, a little reward for all the plant parenting effort you're putting in. No shame in munching while you work. Banana peel is loaded with potassium, magnesium, and all those tiny micronutrients orchids love. So it's basically like giving the plant a gentle vitamin boost. No chemicals, nothing harsh, just a natural helper. Once you got the peels separated, take a moment to trim off any overly brown or mushy parts if you want. Not necessary, but it keeps the mixture cleaner. Then go ahead and cut the peel into small pieces. They don't have to be perfect squares or anything, just small enough that they can steep properly and release their nutrients into the water. Think of it as prepping ingredients for a tiny botanical tea, except the one sipping it is your orchid, not you. Smaller pieces mean faster extraction and a more even, balanced solution in the end. Then place the banana pieces into a clean container. Make sure you've got enough room, because these little guys need space to soak properly. Once they're in, go ahead and add a good amount of water, just enough to fully submerge the pieces. You want them floating comfortably, not peeking out like they're trying to escape. Give the container a little shake or swirl if you like, nothing wild, just enough to help everything settle. Now, close the lid tightly and set it aside for the time being. Let the mixture sit and slowly release all those nutrients into the water, almost like it's brewing its own natural fertilizer tea. After 15 minutes, we're going to move back to the coffee solution first. Go ahead and unwrap it and open the lid. It should be warm, fragrant, and nicely infused by now. Using a strainer, carefully filter out all the leftover coffee grounds, all the little bits and pieces that can't fully break down. Just pour it through slowly so everything separates cleanly. What you're left with is this warm, nutrient-rich coffee extract, a gentle, diluted mix packed with trace minerals and organic acids that orchids can actually benefit from. With that in mind, we're actually going to start putting this solution to work. Grab yourself a clean tissue or a soft cloth, something gentle, nothing rough, and dip it straight into the coffee extract. Make sure the tissue gets fully soaked. You want it nice and saturated so the nutrients can spread evenly. Let the extra drops fall back into the container. Then once it's at that perfect, not dripping, but definitely wet stage, we're ready to clean the plant. Now, take that cloth and carefully brush it across the leaves, slow, smooth motions. We're not attacking the plant or scrubbing like we're trying to erase history. We're just giving it a soft spa wipe, letting the solution glide over the surface. This not only removes dust, old residue, and anything blocking the leaf pores, but it also lightly feeds the leaf tissue with those trace minerals. It helps the leaves breathe better, reflect more light, and just look fresher and healthier overall. Don't forget the underside of the leaves too. That's where pests and dirt like to hide. A gentle wipe under there helps keep the plant clean, protected, and happy. Take your time with it. Enjoy the process, and let the orchids soak up a bit of pampering. Once that's done, go ahead and place the plant into a container that's big enough for it to sit comfortably. No squeezing, no bending the roots like they're doing morning yoga. Give it some room to relax. Then slowly pour in the coffee solution. Slowly is the key here. And make sure only the roots are submerged. We don't want the leaves sitting in the liquid, just the root system. That's where all the absorption happens anyway. As the solution fills the bottom, you'll notice the roots start to soften and take in moisture. This little soak helps rehydrate the plant after all the cleaning and trimming we did earlier, and it gives the roots a very light nutrient boost at the same time. Think of it like letting the orchid soak its feet in a warm herbal bath. Comforting, gentle, and really helpful for recovery. We're going to let it sit like this for about 45 minutes. After 45 minutes, carefully lift the plant up. Take your time and be gentle with it. As you raise it from the solution, you might start noticing some slight changes, subtle, but definitely there. The roots will look a bit more plump and hydrated. The color may appear brighter or more, even compared to earlier. That's because they've taken in just enough moisture to re-energize themselves after all the trimming and cleaning. You might also see that some of the finer roots feel a little firmer now. That's totally normal. It's a good sign. It means the soaking helped them recover and wake back up from any dryness or stress. And if the leaves look a tiny bit more vibrant or smoother than before, also normal. Even though the leaves weren't submerged, the plant tends to perk up once the root system gets a proper refresh. Now let's move the plant into its new home, starting with a pot that has clear drainage holes. Drainage is everything for orchids. They absolutely hate sitting in soggy soil, so a proper pot is half the battle one. Begin by filling the pot with pine bark until it reaches about halfway. Don't pack it down super tight. Let it stay loose and airy so the roots can breathe. Pine bark is great for airflow and moisture control. It keeps everything fresh instead of swampy. Once you've got that base layer in, carefully position the orchid on top. Make sure the roots are spread naturally and that the plant can sit comfortably in the center. You don't want it leaning like it's trying to whisper secrets to the wall. Take your time adjusting the angle. Let it settle in the position that feels most stable. When that looks good, begin filling the rest of the pot with pine bark. Add it little by little, gently tucking it around the roots without forcing anything. You want everything held securely, but still airy enough for the roots to breathe and grow freely. A nice balance of snug and spacious. That's the sweet spot for orchids. Give the pot a soft tap or two to help the bark settle, and make sure the plant stands steady in its new home. As for the top layer, we're going to cover it with moss. This is going to act like a little blanket for the plant. Not too thick, just enough to help the surface hold moisture without choking anything underneath. Sphagnum moss is great for this because it keeps the humidity around the roots nice and stable, especially during the first few weeks while the plant settles into its new home. It also prevents the top layer of bark from drying out too quickly under warm weather or strong indoor airflow. I hope you're still keeping that banana solution around, because we're finally going to make use of it now. Just like we did with the coffee mixture earlier, we're going to start by filtering it out using a strainer. Pour it slowly. Let all the softened banana peel pieces stay behind while the liquid passes through. Take your time with it. The goal is to get a clean, golden-looking extract without any leftover chunks sneaking their way in. Once everything's been strained, what you're left with is a warm, nutrient-rich banana infusion, packed with gentle potassium, magnesium, and those little micronutrients orchids absolutely love. It should look like a light, slightly yellowish tea, smooth, clean, and ready to be used as the final touch for supporting your plant's recovery. Now go ahead and pour the banana solution into a spray bottle. Take it slow. This stuff is basically liquid treasure for your orchid. Once the bottle is filled, tighten the cap securely and give it a gentle shake. Nothing wild, just enough to make sure everything inside is nicely blended. After that, we're going to start misting the plant. And remember, gentle is the key word here. You're not pressure washing a sidewalk. You're giving your orchid a soft, refreshing mist. Spray around the leaves, over the moss layer, and lightly across the surface of the bark. Let the mist fall naturally like a light morning drizzle, not a full-on monsoon. This helps increase humidity around the plant, keeps the top layer moist, and delivers a small dose of nutrients right where the orchid can absorb them the best. Plus, it gives the plant this fresh, dewy look that makes it feel like it just woke up from the best nap of its life. A gentle mist here, and there is more than enough. It sets the perfect environment for the orchid to settle, recover, and start gearing up for new growth. Take your time with this step and let the plant enjoy its little refresh. Finally, with the remaining solution, we're going to pour it directly into the pot. This is the last little boost we're giving the orchid today. Slowly drizzle it over the moss and let it seep down through the bark layer. Don't rush it. You want the liquid to make its way gradually through the medium so the roots can drink it in at their own pace. This final pour adds a gentle wave of nutrients deeper into the pot, helping the root zone stay hydrated and supported after the repotting process. It also encourages the bark to settle naturally around the roots without compacting it. Think of it as the plant's welcome gift to its new home, a soft, nutrient-rich introduction that helps it adjust, recover, and start fresh with all the comfort it needs. Let the solution drain through properly, and once that's done, your orchid is officially all set. After 2 weeks, you'll start seeing some really significant changes, the kind that make you stop and go, "Oh damn, it's actually working." The leaves will look noticeably firmer and fuller. That slight dullness they had before will be replaced with a healthy, natural shine. The color deepens too, richer greens, smoother surfaces. All signs that the plant is taking in nutrients and settling comfortably into its new environment. If you look closely, you might spot tiny new root tips starting to form. They'll appear as bright green, white, or reddish little points poking out between the bark pieces. That's your orchid's way of saying, "Yep, I'm alive, I'm happy, I'm growing again." The moss on top will stay gently moist without feeling soggy, and the bark around the roots will feel balanced. Not too dry, not too heavy. The whole plant takes on this refreshed, energized look like it finally got the reset it needed. Sometimes you'll even see new leaf growth starting from the crown, or a slight thickening of existing leaves as the orchid stabilizes. All tiny hints that it's preparing itself for future blooms. It won't explode overnight, but each week you'll see little improvements stacking up. Just stay patient, keep observing the small details, and enjoy the quiet transformation. Your orchid is officially on the road to recovery and thriving. And there you have it, a full step-by-step routine to help your orchid recover, settle into its new home, and start growing with way more confidence than before. From cleaning, trimming, soaking, repotting, all the way to giving it that natural nutrient boost, your plant is officially set up for success. If this video helped you out, or if you just enjoyed chilling with me and watching this little green buddy transform, go ahead and leave a like. It really supports the channel and lets me know you guys enjoy these deeper, hands-on guides. And hey, if you're new here or you haven't joined the Plant Nerd family yet, make sure to subscribe and gently smack that notification bell. That way you won't miss the next tutorial, update, or any new plant experiments we dive into. Thanks so much for watching, for being here, and for sharing your time with me. I'll catch you all in the next video. Until then, take care, stay curious, and keep those plants happy.